I'll show you now how to pivot and close your dart instead of having to cut into your paper. Now this particular block has two darts, as you can see, the shoulder and the waist. There will be a link on the website. There will be a link to a website where you can download a half-scale block if you're going to be working at home. That's so much easier for you because then you can use your dining room table or your coffee table and it doesn't take up so much paper, and you can just practice things using a half-scale block. Now when you download that half-scale block, it may well have two darts in it, or it may have one dart. But the easiest way to start learning to manipulate your darts is if you get rid of one, actually, so you're always working with one dart rather than two. So I'm just going to, in this very short video, put this dart, the shoulder dart, into the waist dart. So then I will end up with only a waist dart, and that's much easier to work with. So when you pivot and close darts out, I'm using a biro, you use a pencil, but I hope you can see the biro on the film. You want the centre front line to remain still. So I've drawn here everything this side of the darts. So the centre front line hasn't changed, the neck hasn't changed, and the little waist bit here hasn't. And the grain is still running parallel with the centre front line. Now I want to close this dart, just like I would if I was cutting it and putting sticky tape on it. I'm going to close that dart, and you'll see that it opens up into this one. Because when you close a dart, it has to open somewhere else in order to sit flat again. This one I'm keeping, this one I'm closing. So I put a sharp point, I've got an awl here, put that into the bust point, and then I'm going to pivot the block so that I put notch on notch of that shoulder dart. So I've closed that out now, and if you look down here, this has moved, and I'll show you what's happened. So continue around the shoulder, this stays the same now, the armhole stays the same, put the notches in as you go, down the side seam, all the way to our dart that we're keeping, which is the waist dart. I'm going to mark the dart point, which, as I say, sits back a little bit from the bust point. There it is. And that is our new dart. So instead of having two darts, like the block had, this one has gone onto here, and see how much bigger it is. But when we close this, by stitching it, if we're working in fabric, or by sticky tape in paper, it'll still come out the same silhouette, the same shape as this formed in the first place. I've not added anything extra, I've not taken anything away extra, I've just moved one dart into the other.